DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudo and Blaze coming to you live for pregame as the Avs are taking on the New Jersey Devils. Bit of a weird day for the rosters. Obviously still no Cale Makar for the Avs, but Timo Meier not yet cleared to play for the Devils yet either. So the Devils missing a big piece there. The Avs, it looks like, are going to get their piece. Lars Eller currently out on the ice taking warm-ups.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, wearing number 20 out there. So sounds like he's going to play today.
Well, cool.
Blaze, what are your thoughts on the Lars acquisition?
I mean, does it make your fourth line better?
Yes.
So it's a good acquisition, right? Like,
full stop.
Unless you're really planning on the future and you're concerned about those draft picks, but those draft picks sometimes don't materialize into anything. So if you're in the window to win,
go win.
Now, like, I hope that there's still something that they can go out and find to shore up that 2C. But like right now, that's a great acquisition for 4C. He's a solid fourth line player for the Avs.
I agree. Bednar did call him a 3C. So we'll see where he exactly ends up in the lineup.
Does it really matter, though? Like well, I guess from like a playing time perspective, I'm guessing that he'll probably be pretty light and be a 4C anyways tonight.
Tonight for sure,
because he doesn't know any of the systems.
Yeah, I really struggle to see how he ends up being a 3C going forward in general. Just given, I mean, look, the Avs will do weird things like they'll throw out a shutdown line or something like that.
Sure.
That he could be a 3C.
Yeah,
just don't know if the offense is there to really be a 3C in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be scoring a lot of goals. I think he only has like 7 goals this year.
Yep, 9 assists.
Is that it? 9 assists?
Yeah, 16 points.
Yeah. So he's a shutdown D.
Yeah, shutdown forward for sure. I mean, look, compared to Ben Meyer's production this year, even production of someone like Dennis Mulligan, I know he's not a center, but he's making that fourth line better, even if it's not significant.
Yeah, but like Mulligan, those flashes, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's dope when he's dope. And it's once every 10 games or something.
That's true. But I mean, that's what you expect from a fourth line guy,
for
right?
sure.
Like,
you're not going to ask too much.
No. I still think it does make the Avs better. So again, like, if you just really want those draft picks later on, then I guess, it's a bummer. But I do think he makes the Avs a better, deeper team.
Avs certainly have never had any qualms about trading their second-round picks, so this is par for the course for them in that regard.
I'm surprised they have any left. What is the earliest they have?
2026 now is the easiest second they have, so they're basically gone. In the past, I do think they've done a little bit of better job of targeting players with higher ceilings with their seconds. This one, Bednar talked about it a little bit. It's a guy who's been there before in the playoffs. Yep. It's a lot of that added to their depth. I get it. I don't know how much it moves the needle. And while I'm not worried about the price, we did see them go out and get guys like Cogliano and Helm last year for significantly cheaper with 5th, 4th round type picks. So I'm not upset with the trade at all. Again, on paper, it just makes the Avs a little bit better.
Sure.
We get to see him tonight and over the next couple of weeks actually see what he'll bring to the team. Tonight, zero expectations. This dude got off a plane 45 minutes ago.
I mean, it's not that long of a flight. It's 3.5 hours?
That's a pretty long flight.
It's not too bad.
What's the longest flight you can take, in the U.S.? 5 hours, coast to coast?
Well, I know going from, New York to Seattle is 5 something. It's brutal.
Yeah, I would not envy that.
And it's actually the other way. Going against the
whichever way's slower, I forget.
Yeah. Going from New York
is the slow way.
Seattle, yeah.
Okay.
I had to do that one year trying to get back to Colorado.
No thanks.
Not fun.
I've done the Colorado to Florida a number of times, but
I've also. Oh, sorry.
No, that was long enough for me.
I also did one where we went from New York and we flew over Ottawa, came through Minnesota, back down to Colorado because of a nor'easter.
So you had to go around it? Yeah, that's brutal.
Not fun.
Not about it. Getting into tonight's game, the Avs sitting on a pretty winning streak right now, but they get to take it against the quality team out east in New Jersey. Obviously, you don't care if you give New Jersey points. That doesn't matter to the Avs, but Avs trying to keep pace, trying to chase down the West still here. Is this a need 2 points game, or is this a would be nice 2 points?
I think
game?
this is a nice to have, and I think if you look through the organization, I think Jared Bednar feels the same way. Just look who they're putting in goal for this game. Yeah. Makes sense though, right? Like if you're gonna ride the hot goalie, you should probably do it this weekend when you have a back-to-back against West Coast teams that are a little bit more important. Especially, is it the one on Saturday? That's the Stars.
Is it, I don't know. I forget if it's Saturday or Sunday.
Either way, I mean, they play the Stars this weekend. You want him out there to take that game.
Would not be surprised if he gets both, honestly.
Yeah, but it's fun to see them kind of match up against a team that is, I mean, ingrained in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference.
Yep. Both of their matchups against Boston earlier in the year, the Avs were not really put together yet. They were still dealing with injuries. They were in some of the lull parts of their season.
Yeah.
Cale Makar not there sucks, but they've put a lineup together that one is good and two has been clicking.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a measuring stick, maybe. I don't think you're going to take too much away from it, win or lose, but it'll be interesting nonetheless.
Did was the first game against the Devils the Sega Baba?
The 1-0 loss,
1-0
I think. Yeah.
So that wasn't really a measuring stick either. I mean, early in the year, lots of injuries.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess the Devils are up by a game, but this will be a good little test against an East Coast team that's going to fight for a playoff spot in the East, I guess.
I mean, I don't think they have to do a whole lot more fighting, but...
Fighting off.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able to chase down first either, but we'll see. Devils are a fun team on top of that, too. This is not a team that's it's not the early 2000s Devils where it was disgusting, gross hockey. It's a team that likes to go out, skate, and score. So I do expect a little bit of high-octane hockey there. We'll see how Juice does. We'll see. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I put it up here. Yes, this could mean the Dallas Stars. I think it also means the Colorado Avalanche Stars. Nathan MacKinnon and Mikko Rantanen have been balling out for this team, and they need to keep doing it. It's a weird question to ask.
Great.
Who's more important right now to Colorado? Is it MacKinnon or is it Mikko?
Oh, wow. That is a hard question to answer. I mean, I guess I'm going to go with Mikko just because of what he's been doing. The goals that he's been scoring are super meaningful goals. So the only thing that you worry about, right, is like Mac has a little bit more consistency than Mikko does. Mikko tends to take nights off, which fine, whatever. Like, can't complain when you're getting the production out of him that you're getting. So who really cares about that? But yeah, I think I'd go with Mikko. How about you?
I basically agree with you. On nights Mikko is on, the Avs kind of just don't lose because they just, when he's going, they just have too much talent. Even without a Cale Makar, they have enough pieces there that it's just ridiculous. You mentioned the goal scoring too. Not that Nathan isn't putting up ridiculous point totals or anything.
That's why it makes it so hard.
McKinnon was named second star of the week, I think, in the NHL.
Yeah.
Or was it the month? I don't know. I didn't check. But either way, both of those guys are part of the reason that doesn't matter who the Avs are playing, doesn't matter who's in on any given night. With those two, you believe the Avs can win. Yeah,
I mean, if they're playing at the top of their game, they're top talent, right? Like you're fine matching up against whoever. You've got a solid top line in the New Jersey Devils with Jack Hughes in the middle of that. He
can play.
Plays.
He can play for sure.
And they're playmaker goals too. They're not just like brute force or anything like that. Yeah. They set up in the zone and they look good. They move the puck around. It's kind of close stylistically to what the Avs do as well. So
yeah, I'm expecting a fun one either way. That's for sure. If something happens and Annanen doesn't have it, then things could get ugly quick. Yeah. But hey, maybe the team in front of him can help him out a little bit.
Especially with the way that the defense has been playing over these past few games. Like, you feel pretty good about this game. It should be a fun one.
So let me ask you the same question for the defense. Who's more important, Bowen Byram or Devon Taves?
Are we talking game to game or like a season? Because right now, like Bowen Byram kind of like on the, injury-prone side of it,
Yeah.
I would take Bowen Byram if he's healthy.
Ignoring health. Sure.
Ignoring health,
Yeah.
I'm
Byram.
taking Bowen Byram
Okay.
all day, every day. Though, again, this is another hard one. Two totally different styles of player.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So Devon Taves just lockdown defense. Some of the stuff that he does away from, like, the scoring aspect, the hard-nosed stuff that you see in the defensive zone, he's so money at. He's always in the right position. You got to love seeing that. So, yep.
Just throwing it out there. Obviously, the correct answer there is Cale Makar, but he continues to be out.
It was a trick question.
Yeah.
My bad.
With Cale Makar out, it's those two that are really
Yeah.
taking the lion's share of the work.
Sounds like he's right there, though.
Yeah, he full practice this morning, but
Yeah.
didn't go tonight. So I would be a little surprised if he didn't play on both games. Like, he might miss Saturday, play Sunday, something like that this weekend, but I'd expect Makar back very, very soon.
Yeah, I mean, concussions are weird. You
They
never
are.
know.
You can always-
it's not a
yeah.
linear path.
For sure.
I've had many of them in my life. They're awful.
That explains a lot.
Oh, 100%.
You guys made us some money, so let's get to these super chats here, and then Blaze will make you some money. $10 from Banks, who says 2 other huge games for the Avs tonight, but it all starts with us taking care of business. Let's continue performing like best in the West and win some more money. Also, cheers. Love y'all. Thank you very much, Banks. Yeah, I am scoreboard watching, for sure, just because
Yeah.
I love hockey and love watching. But at the end of the day, the Avs control their own destiny still.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
If they go out and win, they will be the best team in the West.
Yep.
So,
I mean, they're going to lose games. They're going to
For
lose
sure.
games on this, getting into the playoffs. But if they play like they've been playing, I think it's going to be few and far between, and you're going to see them kind of rise to the West.
yep. So, hopefully that continues tonight. And then $5 from Rick, who said, would you be surprised if the Avs end up hanging on to the first round pick this year? Perhaps keep it to restock the cupboard. I don't know if I'd be super surprised, but I think I might be a little bit disappointed. Blaze kind of already alluded to it. Look, Eller is fine. Nieto is fine. Those are pieces that make you better. Jack Johnson helps fill out your defensive depth. Still feels like they need to make another move.
Yeah.
And to make a quality move for a middle six, top 6 center or a proper NHL top 4 defenseman, first is probably in play for a move
Oh,
like that.
it's going to have to be. If you're talking about somebody that's going to move the needle for the Avalanche, I'm guessing the team that's giving away the asset is going to want that first round pick.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing they ask for when the call gets
Yeah.
made. So,
If you do want to laugh about like a trade, go look at that New Jersey trade. We were talking about it before. It's so crazy because there's like so many conditions with the draft picks.
I don't understand. Like, Sharks are going to want to make another trade. It's be like, well, we got 6 of these picks tied up in this New Jersey trade. We don't know which ones we're going to have or not. It's just so weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, Blaze, make us a couple of dollars here.
All right. We Avs are playing their backup, so I don't know what Jersey's doing in net yet, but I'm going to go with over 6 goals.
Like it. Avs have been pretty good about hitting
Pretty
the overs.
potent.
Yeah.
The team that they're playing against has a lot of offense too, so that just feels like a good one. This one, I'm going to ride this Byram train until he proves it wrong. Right now, plus money for 1 point in the game.
Yeah, that's even money for not even a power play point, an anytime
Just
point.
anytime point. And then the other one that we just want to see the guy get going, Rodriguez anytime goal at plus 245. Would love to see it tonight.
I feel like that one might be a little bit more wishful thinking, but would love to see him get going again. It's been slow
Yep.
on the production side for him
I'm going
on this
to
side.
give my money until it happens.
There you go. Eventually it has to be right.
It's got to work. It's got to work.
So it'll be an interesting night. I do think 2 teams in a bit of different positions, but 2 very good teams as well.
Yeah.
So I want to call it a litmus test, but I also don't want to lead people down to well, if they lose, they're bad. It's not the case. Any game, anybody can win. So
I mean, I think if Makar was back and then you have Georgie and net,
Yeah.
then you could probably say this is a litmus test.
it's a fair point. They might also have Timo Meyer back in that case, though.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Don't mind it? All right.
I take that Makar for Timo.
I'd take Makar for just about anybody, I think, at this point. But either way, we'll see the way it goes. We're going to wrap up this pregame here. We do have a watch-along coming, so keep an eye out for that in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Join us if you want. And when you go over and bet at DraftKings, take Blaze's bets, win money. But if you do that, you must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See the show notes down below for details. Call 1-800-522-4700 and void in Ohio because Ohio isn't allowed to have nice things. All right. We appreciate y'all. If you're not joining the watch along, at least join us for post game where AJ will be breaking everything down with us. So we appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon.